Unafuna unganiveza kusho. Paka mozingati. Blessed love, yeah, my people. This is Malinga. Yeah, Gina, representing 5Roundz podcast. Lock it in, fully active. So Leomas commented, what I say? I have this project. I recorded a song. I made a beat. I found a was like a chorus. We want Malinga on that song. So he played the song for the first time. I didn't like it. Yeah? I'll be honest with you. What? Yeah. So at first I said, my fans would be like, Malinga and Bamabiano. So I said no. Uji was like, I like the song. I know you don't like it. We recorded the song. We finished. We sent the song to Leomas. And then Afana calls me, yo, bro, thanks for the verse. Then I was like, God, okay. Then Zeze calls me again to give me feedback on the same song. So it made me go back to listen to it on a different. Okay, don't you boy to win around their ball, in December 27th, EP Mangamoja, I did a collab with Jahmiel. Right? The first time I met Jahmiel was 2 years ago when he came to perform in Malawi. Yes? We talked about the collab and everything, meaning to say, I had him in my hands. We can do a song. But the reason why I didn't do it, because the Malawi were expecting it, but it didn't take me anywhere. I had to jakoka and tamange the song I can even afford to do a music video. Then I can fully utilize the collaboration. Yeah. But 2 years ago, there would have been a useless collaboration. Malawian.com. Yeah, Malinga Raimba ndogo Jamaica. Ngani ati. Understand? So I think, patience, mafana mbila makali, they feel like, oh, ndoguma ndi gwamba, that's in the verse. Oh, ndoguma ndi sent, dimenyina nyimbo, like kuna makangati zimugire forum you have access to, right? But musically, I feel like it doesn't work like that, and it's not supposed to work like that. Build your brand. If you get in a bag, let's say the only time I would ask, let's say, Nasty C for a collab, it's if I feel like I'm almost close to Nasty C. Right? Kudindika imbana eno nyimbo ije kodi ndinalikale almost there wangondi mwenye osati ndilibanova ulukumalai kunoku ulukuzambia sama kumvela kumozambiki sama kumvela ukupeza phone number ya vibes kate urufuna verse.
Hey, no. And then some artists because that's what they're okay, he's ready to pay me the money. Okay, I'll feature him. Artists can do that as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not talking about panga ponya dollar and then poof, off it goes. Or even and they would never even post about it because because they know what the song doesn't have the potential. So might be so good for zero. So yeah, all I know, I feel like music requires a lot of patience. Right? There is no skipping the line. You have to go through all the phases. Right? So my fan and Billy, even people are shocked in Kamao's what I recorded my first song 2008, and I got my first big hit somewhere around in 2013, 14. So you see, all those years, I never gave up. I was just doing it. But like you were saying, my fan and made number and be a night to for you to my cousin. So yeah. So music requires a lot of patience. That's what I observed.
Wow.
You need to be patient enough to believe in the thing. It might not work out today, it might not work out tomorrow, but someday it will work out. But the time it is a good where all these years you have been practicing, you mastered your art. As there is a new artist, you're fully matured, lyrically, style, melodies, and everything. So you pop up as a complete artist, people will love your music. It's as simple as that.
Interesting. Hey, dropping knowledge. You honestly, who's there? You should start your own podcast or something. You need to drop this knowledge somewhere, bro. Somewhere. Music. I'm not a music advisor. Or write a book, man. Honestly, Bali knowledge and experience.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. go on. Sorry, carry on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was saying maybe in the near future, maybe I can write something people can refer back to get something helpful. Yeah,
of course.
sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I know, your style is quite unique. This is the one thing that I've noticed with music. When I hear your music, I'm like, Malinga, even the first song, they hear the second and third, they're like, I know who this guy is. It's just the style and all these things, right?
Yeah.
With this, of course, we know it came with practice. Komano, can you tell us what the process is when it comes to making a song? So the songwriting, and developing this sound, how do you work on it? Now, what's the process you go through?
Okay. When I was coming up, I used to write a lot. Like writing a lot done has a role on the instrumental no candid penny hardcore. Kulemba nyimbo hizo melody design and happening. Komano recently, I would say it's for the past, I don't know, 5-6 years, I compose music based on my vibe in that moment. And meaning to say, I would say 90% of the songs I've released for the past six to 5 years, they are freestyle based. Kind of suggestion with the majority of the songs, I didn't compose the song first. The producer made the beat, so I'm just freestyling to the beat. So because I'm coming from a background, so I'm a fast writer. I can compose a whole song within an hour and I'm done. Right? So now because of that, for me, I perform better when I spend more time in the studio. That's the chemistry we had this slave with the most of the times we're just studio to chill, he starts ding, I start doing freestyles and then he likes it and then he's finalizing the beat. So that's how I record. And even when people ask me for a collaboration right now, if you ask anyone I've recorded with for the past like 3-4 years, they'll tell you who all my verses in Magana studio and in Magana wouldn't hand to me the beat. Reason being, I wanna give it the instant feeling, meaning beat jandi parts and the let's say I'm recording a song with you, you have done your part, so don't send me whatever you recorded, just tell me go to studio the dead studio when the producer plays the beat in the full channel, full blast speaker moja. Feeling medically that's the exact feeling I record. So my music is based on what I'm feeling at that moment. And I'm that guy, or let's say if you needed a song and I've composed the chorus Momo and you don't like the chorus, I can't compose another one. Because I don't change my feeling on the beat. If you don't like, I don't change my, so I trust my attempt on every beat. So Makodi, or even Slay knows. Slay can live in drum instrumental. I said, mawa studio ndine mabhidi anayodzambere because he knows ndikangokhala kuti ndikangomva bhidi je ndikangondayimirira zimene ndiyambe kubolobosha amene popo in a freestyle manner. That's the song we're gonna record.
Nice.
So my composition over the years, it's freestyle based, I will tell you that. Sometimes I do come up with Tumakora City, at least I can have a melody. Maybe I was driving somewhere, a voice note, but I can send Slay the voice note. He can make the beat, come and the rest of the beat no the very studio with the verses panga konkuch. So I love spending time in studio, put his panga composing from scratch. Yeah.
Okay. Now since you mentioned that, there's a song that you did called Joker. Feature. You featured in the song with a guy called Steve. Now there's a line you put in there. When I heard this song and I heard that line, I'm like, wait a minute. So this is what it says, yeah. And I'll try and do it the way you did it. You said, "Ndwalo yokazi wangayu, ndwalo ngati Masai. My guy ama yesa kubu texta daily high, passive high." If you're saying good is it Tuesday, It's one where Kumudu in the studio. What the hell were you thinking at that point in time?
Yeah. you know how that song came about, right? That song, I have this other producer I work with, Slay's nephew. His name is Uchi. I mean, like a gang. Every time you hear the beat, you remember the gang. That's the guy. That's Slay's brother and the Slay's big brother's son. Right?
Okay.
So now we are working on a couple projects. So I have a studio at home as well, my own studio. Yes? So on Fanoja, we were recording. Yes. So he makes my beats, or even the new song the Senjij. Tonight. He's the one who produced that song. Beat, vocals, and everything. So now on Fanoja, we are recording. So here he's friends with Leumas, producer Wazeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are recording. So mfano Juma Zobe status. So Leumas commented. What I say? I have this project. I recorded a song. I made a beat. A fantasy was like a chorus. We want Malinga on that song. Can you talk to him to record a verse for us? So would you just Marisa what we were recording? And then he says, I said, Leumas wanted to beat in a for make the verse. So just do a quick one to record the verse. So he played the song for the first time. I didn't like it. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. So at first, at first I said no. Because I was like, bro, this is pure Amapiano. So I mind you, the song came after Dinamenya, that freestyle session near Beer. Right? So to me, I was like, maybe it was a bad idea to record Beer. Now people think I'm an Amapiano artist. That's why people are giving me features that Amapiano. Right? So at first I said, my fans would be like, Malinga and Amapiano. So I said no. Right?
We tried that trend.
Yes, and fans started a trend. So at first I said no. So then Tinavezodi, we continued to panga nyimbo zina. We closed the studio that day. Then after 3 days, he played the song again. But I said, you know what, Chief? Tango menya again, would be my girl don't go basagoza. Nyimbo you do as so Uji was like, I like the song. I know you don't like it. So I was like, if you say you like it, then that's fine. Because at that time, Afana sees I've never met him before. I didn't even have his phone number. We have never talked to each other before. So the project just came with Nigwega verse. So I was like, you know what? If you say you like it, then play it. So he kept it on loop. So as I started my freestyle then we started recording. We recorded the song. We finished. We sent the song to Leumas. And then Afana Steve calls me, yo, bro, thanks for the verse. Then I was like, what okay. Then Zeze calls me again to give me feedback on the same song. So it made me go back to listen to it on a different. Okay, don't you boy to win around their ball, you know. Then when Leumas mixed the whole song, because now we just sent him the vocals with a mixer, right? When he mixed the whole song and sent it, Tinaza Villan on a listener point of view, and they were like, "Oh shit, we are sleeping on a hit song. This is a hit song." So I was like, you know what? I told the fantasy is good. I said, bro, I know you were told good at first. I said no, but you know what? You're not gonna Muzodi that was all fully dancer, but yeah, let's go for it. And then this other time I was going to Blantyre, I had a show. Then he called me. I said, bro, I hear you have a show in Blantyre. Can we do the music video this weekend? I was like, yeah, man, let's do it. So yeah, that's how the big song came out. But yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. I even perform it up to now. Moody dance, so don't go record as my reading music, and then somebody plays on my piano. I was like,
what guys? No. They gotta play digital ball.
Hey, so yeah, but it's a very nice song, because now even on the different the Kudulina, but actually it is a good record, yeah. So yeah, that's when. So the best minimal song I would say was purely, I would say, the freestyle per se, but those are the type of freestyles already I'm writing and recording. Because normally most of the times I'm writing on the phone. I'm freestyling, I'm walking around the room, studio muja, the beat is just repeating. Nikulemba scribbling something on the phone and then I recorded it. Yeah.
Technology has helped us. Back then, you can't read book. You can't read book. You go studio.
Para tumanga the phone bus. Yeah, I think I had a go. Gala mari mtu ubera gopi makoti hii nyimbo zose za radio.
Malinga beat us.
Oh man,
Yeah, man.
Guys,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man.
That's good, man. No, that's good, honestly.
Sure, boss.
A few more questions, right? So that I think 2018, 2017, you got Dancehall Artist of the Year, as an achievement, right?
Yeah.
I mean, following on from all the hard work, you remember now, 2007, literally recognized 10 years later that you're one of the best dancehall artists to come out of Malawi. What is your biggest achievement as an artist? Was it that moment, or can you tell us who you were like, you know what, this is it?
The biggest achievement. That's a very difficult one. That's a very difficult. I would say.
Coming on 5Roundz podcast.
Of course, that's an achievement. Eh? Yeah, but I would say, I mean, I've had so many proud moments in my career, so it's very difficult to. But mostly, I would say my biggest achievement is winning the hearts of Malawians, to listen to the music, because I mean, I've had a run for like 16 years now. Yeah, the people are still, I don't take that for granted. I would say that's achievement on its own to say. From 2007, I started recording, had my first hit in 2012, 13, and then I've been booked over and over. This is 2025 and we're still getting bookings. I would say that's the biggest achievement, I would say, to have a run as Agazoju, right? Because my shows, my hit songs, I've dropped so many of them, but then for people to still like your music over and over when there are so many emerging artists. So yeah, that's the biggest achievement, I would say.
Speak up. That's true. That's perfectly true. Especially if I know the way the industry is, and to still remain relevant, and awufuna vile kumenya beat and kumavira semeja so kwaiphatikiza so kukumveka zintibu zija. So I say
and this also considering good this Southern, mostly I'm doing something different from what everybody's doing, because Panova crowd, it's more like I'm being slotted in a category of the my guys are hip hop, when R&B, hey, Samuel and Kuru, hey, dance with me, so I don't,
I was just a guy.
Yeah, because sometimes I look at the flyer I show you look at Kuti, it's like when my journals are said they can rotate. Today didn't go Kuti, today didn't go Kuti, today didn't go Kuti, my dance Kuti, you are still the same guy. And people, no one is complaining. What that man? Everybody's like, yeah, man, we need him. You know what I mean? Because somebody might question that. Yes? Could he, in an industry, everybody's being shuffled. You're the only guy who's not shuffled, and nobody's complaining about it. So it's a big achievement on its own. Yeah, man. I would say and then when you go to my events and see everybody is excited to watch the performance. Like they can say, oh, we have shifted some performances and Malinga will perform at last, maybe at 2-3 a.m. And all the artists that have been on shuffle are Imba Mariza. My DJs and people are still waiting for the Tijoga. That means a lot.
It really does.
That means a lot, man. Yeah, I don't take that for granted. So I come on stage, my freestyle, and then when I go back home, I turn on my phone, I get tagged so many videos on TikTok. Hey, Malinga is the guy. Hey, what? That means a lot. pushes me to say, oh, you know what? I think I should keep giving these people more music because 5-10 years down the line, people are still happy. Like, most of the times, even I would say most of my videos, even I post summer performances, I don't have a guy recording me. I just get tagged on Instagram that somebody was there. I was like, wow, this guy, So I feel like it makes me feel special. So that's what pushes me to keep, you know what? I have people to entertain. So man, we can't stop now.
So taking it now to see that I know, man, and a lot of people who follow music. I know there's now an EP, Bachelor of Arts. You also have that song which you recently recorded with Jahmiel from Jamaica. It's one of the great decorated artists. We know it. I know it. Everybody will know it. And people who listen to dance pretty much. Of course, then I go on this afternoon journey. What do you listen to? Which is true. It takes it. My elder said I go to it's a good collaboration. It's a good song. I remember it's very kind to do. And despite you having that great collaboration, that is international. If you had to choose to collaborate with another artist, living or dead, all right, who would it be and why?
Top five. Top five.
Top five. Give us five. Okay, to make it easy, there could be five. Five
collaborations.
Five. Malawian or internationally?
Anywhere. But top, it should be five, living or dead, that if you had the chance to say, okay, you can pick five of them to collaborate with, who do you think you'd work with and why?
Okay. I'll start with this is very good.
I'm Sabifa.
Okay. Kumalawi, I would start with the late Gift Fumuland.
Okay.
Legend. To me, like I keep saying, as a songwriter, yes, when you listen to nyimbo za Gift Fumuland, pen game yake sema 7. Kulu Jamalemba nyimbo za zodi, he was ahead of his time, right? When you listen to his reggae, you know what I mean, yeah?
Yes.
So ndimwe ibanga shafu sikala muoda. So there is okay. That would be Gift Fumulani. But this guy, Jahmiel is make up for in Bagale because he has always been on my list as well.
And by the way, people who are watching, we're actually gonna put that song in the link there so you can feel it. For those lovers, those people, those lovers.
Massacre. It would be nice to do a song with. He's a very bad man artist. One of my favorite artists of all time, I would wish to record a song with. DeMarco.
Marco.
Okay, yes.
DeMarco. Don't you have 3 years?
3 I have.
Yeah, then I'll jump in my genre now. There's this hip hop artist from South Africa, Nasty C.
Oh yeah.
Nasty C, yeah.
I feel like I never saw you example such a chorus or such a massive like as go from a best I get just go make you who you deal. Yeah, Nasty C is, I like Nasty C music. Last one, of course, the king of dancer himself, Vibes Cartel.
Oh yeah.
We can't left on the king. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, that's a good list.
Komano, I would just bundle them like that. There are so many artists in Malawi I wish to record with, but then I didn't put them in the list because they are reachable. They are people I can reach out to.
Okay, yes, I know what I mean, yeah.
Whenever I'm ready to just say, so that's...
As you said, you're waiting... No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I've done this list of people I would dream of recording because they are kind of out of reach. Yes? But there are people I wish to record with, but they're still within reach. It's just a matter of I say I'm studio. That's why I don't want people to feel offended with what would you talk about your boy song again? You know what I mean? Yeah. But there are so many artists I would wish to record with, but they're still within reach. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
That's why they did make it to the list.
Atakwambia sasa kuna mama akabajuka pesa bila aroika nyimbo kwa mikosi. Hata interview ingaidido. Kuli mara ndio nyimbo ikuduluka.
Exactly.
I say so. Niko ufusa when you did that recent collab, and I seen you like Jamaica at a point, yes?
No. That wasn't Jamaica. I was in Gambia.
Where was that? Oh, you went. It was in Zambia. I thought it was in Jamaica. That way you with them and all the boys.
No, not Zambia. Gambia. West Africa. Senegal.
Okay, yes. I thought because now I did see him and his boys and you were there and the Abbas.
Home of Jollof.
I know. It was we did the video in Gambia because what happened was after we recorded that song, we were talking about shooting a music video. So because all the costs for the production, mind you, Jahmiel, and I'm still thankful till today, he gave me a free collab. I didn't pay for his vocals. They even mixed the whole song themselves. Producer and mixer and the Jahmiel's producer, Quantanium Records, Bing. Right? So because it was very generous of them to give me a big record like that one, I had to cover all the costs on my own. So coming to the music video, I couldn't stretch them further to say, oh no, video and also, you know. So while we are, mind you, because Jahmiel right now we are like friends. We talk almost every week, you know. Every show he's performing, I'm aware. So he's that guy every week. He can randomly call me, you know what I mean. So then he, after we recorded the song, when the mix was done, he called me like, bro, how far is Malawi from Gambia? Because I have a show in Gambia, so maybe we can do the video there. So I was like, yeah, it's Africa, but then it's not close. See, distance of story. But then looking at the potential, I had to make a sacrifice. I
that's true. You know that's true. Yeah.
You're flying to Gambia, I will meet you there. Then he was like, you know what? Come to Gambia because we can do the video, you know? And then he was like, I'm also coming with Stylogy. So maybe if you want to do something with him, you can work with him as well. So you know what I did? Now
I was going to ask you that. I'm in this group. Go ahead, yes.
Yeah. I said Style
yeah, so calm down. I'm gonna give you a Stylogy song as well.
You heard it right here.
Yeah, you heard it right here. We recorded a song together, so I'm gonna drop it along the way because I'm saving up Zabangesoga video, you know, like the way I did with Jahmiel. So anyway, straight to what I was talking about. So what I did was I had to gather some funds, but because everything that in relation to this song, I had to do it myself. So all I did was book an air ticket to Gambia, and he added me on the list, like of his guests, like part of his team. That's when I had access. Couldn't Kadafi or Gambia, there are people who would pick me up to the airport, take me to the hotel. Of course, I covered all my expenses on my own, and then I paid the guys who were shooting the video as well. So actually, the whole video was shot just at the hotel where we are staying in Gambia. Some hotel. It's called African Princess, I think. Beach we're not gonna go Atlantic Ocean with you. That's where we did the video. So it's like I went there only for, I think I stayed there because I arrived on Friday because I started off in Malawi on Thursday. Then the connecting flight was in Ethiopia, so I left Ethiopia to Gambia the next day. So I started on Thursday. I arrived on I started off on Friday. I arrived on Saturday, the actual day of the show. So I figure around 6 p.m. So now I figure check into the hotel, then left with the whole squad to go show. So the guys performed, I watched the whole performance. I didn't perform. I was just there. I mean, because it's a whole audience, nobody knows who I am. And also because it wasn't part of our deal that I'll come on stage to perform with you. So I was just like one guy behind backstage together with all the artists and everything. So they did the show on Saturday, and then on Sunday in the afternoon, that's when we shot the video, and I was flying back to Malawi on Monday in the morning, flight at 6 a.m. Yeah. So yeah.
I'm musician. I'm going to do the easy life. That's a busy schedule. I think that's 3-4 days of constant up and down, up down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And they also considering going to Gambia, my flights are going that because from Ethiopia to Gambia, that's like you're from East Africa to West Africa. So it's like I was traveling the whole day. Yeah. And also even shooting the video, not shoot on Sunday. After the video, the guys had another show of which I didn't attend because the hotel driver was supposed to drop me at the airport at 4 a.m. in the morning because my flight was 6. You know? So I was so tired. So Nyamoga, Gambia, not on Monday. I arrived in Malawi on Tuesday in the afternoon.
Straight up Gonabas.
Yeah, so it was a big sacrifice I just had to.
But it paid off. Hard work pays off, you know. It paid off. You know,
to me, most definitely, man. Yeah, and you know that, like I said in the other interview, you know, that record opened so many doors for me. You know, like you know that feeling. You know, let's say umampanga for producer winage, and then Jahmiel posts the song, the producer like the song, and then the producer follows you now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah, it opened so many doors, and some collabs I can't say right now because you know we have to keep the surprise. But
I think that's.
So I would tell you, Goody, I benefited a lot from that song, even more than just the streams. You know, I now have personal contacts of big producers from Jamaica. They have sent me readings. You know, I've recorded so many readings so far, and even my artists are many. Like So yeah, I was even calling Jahmiel this other day to say, you know what, bro, thank you so much for the strength where you give me because now almost every artist I can work with is within reach. Right? So and also, if God's willing, I was even planning to travel to Jamaica to do some projects there as well. And you know what? Jahmiel being the guy, he was like, you know what, bro, just tell me when I'll be the one to pick you up from the airport. I'll take you to any studio you want to work with. So it was like he saw the potential in me and he believed with us. And finally, one day it's going to work out. And because I also made that sacrifice, traveling all the way to meet him, he saw how serious I am with about
it. Because I remember when he was in Malawi.
Yeah.
They were interviewing him, you know?
Yes.
And as a dancer artist, they asked him, do you know any dancer artists in here, Malawi, that you know with? And he mentioned you. And at that time, had you already made? I know there's a dancer artist in Malinga. Did you at that time? Had you talked before, or
No, okay, now that interview even came as a surprise to me.
And because people shared it a lot.
Yes, actually, even the interview, because the time he was performing, I was booked as well on that show. It was, I think, Hangout Festival. So that day I had 3 shows the same night. Yeah. So we are having some disputes in the guys' Hangout Festival where we had as an artist, they need to cover my cost. I need to get deposit amount before the show. So they never did that. So to me, it was a show that I'm not attending because how do you expect me to get there? So because I had 2 shows that day, Henry Caesar had an album launch. I was performing at the album launch at Golf Club. So I went to show Henry Caesar. After performing, me and my brother, we are driving to Dzaleka, to Tumaini Festival. So on our way to Tumaini Festival, my brother gives me my phone. The entire time I deliver stage phone in here. So we are driving to another show. He was like, oh, here's your phone. So on the telegraph phone, I'm checking my statuses and everybody on my WhatsApp has posted Jahmiel. Then I played the video to watch it. And then he was like, yeah, I know Malinga. That jumped me, like I was like, I never planned to go to Hangout Festival. You know what I told my brother? You know what, bro? We are going there. Whether they're paying us or not, I need to meet this guy.
I'm going to give him a free show to my
Yes, I was like, you know what, bro? For the fact that Jahmiel called my name on an interview, we are going there. You know, whatever Zandrama Zencha, because my brother is also the one who does the management thing. And I was like, you know what, bro, Zandrama's I need to meet him. So drove straight to Maini Festival. I performed. I didn't even so perform myself to Maini and I go bagasha. You know, we drove in the night. I was leaving to Maini Festival around 10 p.m. Straight to Salima. Actually, Salima, the moment I arrived, I saw the show was Kukabumba. Jahmiel was sleeping in sunbed. So that we figure about Kabumba. To figure about Gedibaj. You know, Malinga. And the guys up again, Malinga. Jahmiel just finished the sound check like 3 hours ago, and he said, when you're here, we should go pick him up. So I was like, yeah, I'm here because I didn't have his phone number, you know what I mean? So to a room with my brother. To the room, another was like a room Kabumba kuja, like before getting backstage. And then to the room with my brother, you know, we are joking around, and some friends came around, and then I hear a knock on the door. I open, it's Jahmiel on my hotel room. That's how we met. So yeah, then we connected, we exchanged phone numbers, and then we talked about it, and then the next day, he was performing in Lilongwe on Sunday at the after party at Epic. So when he got back to Lilongwe, he sent me a text saying, "Bro, I'm at this hotel, Golden Peacock." I drove there to the hotel. We met. We had dinner together with the boys, and then the next day on Monday, because he left, I think, on a Wednesday. So on Monday, I never baby. I knocked off Balanchi, Nagam. So it got to a point whereby I was driving my personal car, think of a hotel, and we were driving around the Lilongwe in my car with the mighty Jahmiel. That was like, that was like a dream come true, you know, bro. And then while I never said anything about a collab or whatsoever. It was like, then we had lunch to August's house. So I called Slay. Could I say, come meet Jahmiel? I'm with Jahmiel here. Slay was like, you kidding? I'm like, yeah, I'm with Jahmiel. Come here. So Slay came with and then Jahmiel was like, you know what, bro? How about we do a song together? I was like, that's what I was waiting for. So so we kept So of course we didn't get to go to the studio while he was here. So the song we released, I recorded here and sent him the vocals. They recorded there. And then when they sent us the vocals, Slay was like, you know what? This song is so big. And I don't want to mix it up. So we have mixed our part, but I feel like Jahmiel's vocals, they should mix them themselves because I don't want to change so many things because I might mix it with my perspective while the producer has some my ideas. Then when I called him to ask him, he was like, you know what? Even just send your vocals, my producer will mix the whole song all together. I was like, yeah, man, do that. So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, man. So that's how the song came about. So yeah, it was more like I was still in shock, like, what? This happened. So yeah, you know. So that's what that, and the rest is history.
The rest, as they say, the rest is history. No, congratulations,
yeah, man.
As a fellow Malawian, this is a proud moment. You know, like I am happy inside because I'm seeing a Malawian artist to succeed like this. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, and hopefully there are more. Hopefully there are more artists who are gonna follow the same channel as well. To make it up there. Yeah,
of course, man. Final question for you, I was actually going to ask you what your message is, but I think don't worry about that. I want to know what legacy you want to leave behind. So, the day you go, do you know what? That's it, Malinga's done out here. What legacy do you, when you look back at it, what do you want people to remember you for? What imprint or legacy do you want people to remember you for?
Big one. Okay, so I feel like the big thing that I would wish people to remember me for as an artist who not only produced a lot of songs but inspired so many youth to believe in their dream. Yeah, that's why everywhere I go when I talk of my success story as an artist, I mention it in details because the idea is that young, talented kid out there who is watching this should feel inspired to say, if he managed to do this, then he can do it. The idea is to have so many people or young artists or in whichever field people are using their talent in to reach out to their full potential by just getting the inspiration of my story. That's what I would want people to remember me with. Yeah.
Big up.
That's how I would say. Because the songs, they'll always be there. But if I would inspire somebody to say, to meet me someday, maybe in Tagalamba or in my head, you know what, I am where I am because I watched your video somewhere. You inspired me to do this. That's what would please my heart. Yeah, I would say so.
Wow. Yeah. No, absolutely brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, Malinga. Thank you very much.
5Roundz.
I don't know what does it mean, but it is actually
Blessed love, yeah, my people. This is Malinga. Yeah, Gina, representing 5Roundz podcast. Lock it in, fully active. Boom.
Nice.
We really appreciate it.
Nice one, bro. I want to say thank you to Malinga for joining us and for spreading your knowledge. We didn't just learn about music, we learned about him as well. We learned about the legacy that he's building. This guy, man. Honestly. Guys, listen, make sure you smash a like, share this to your friends and all that stuff. It's 5Roundz podcast, Malinga Mafia. It's one tally. Oh, too nice. Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nice, man. Blessed, man. Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah.
Nice one. Let me